Let's put your business on display. Network, let's heal and pray. It's our love, we here to stay. Trust in God, He'll lead the way. We on right now, no need to wait. Let's go. It's Nisha's Network, yeah, yeah. It's all about connecting, yeah. Let's go.
Hey everybody, happy day, happy day, happy day. Oh, happy day. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, hi everybody. Nisha here, back again with another segment of Nisha's Network, and I'm just excited to be here with you today. I definitely want to tell you a little bit about my colorful hat today. Y'all see this? This was a gift from a friend, and it's very significant to the show today. So if you all are watching, please go ahead and share. Why are you sharing? Share because I'm going to tell you something really great. Along with my great special guest today, none other than my sister in the Lord, none other than the wonderful, anointed Apostle Kimberly McClinton. Good morning, girl.
Good morning.
How are
Morning.
you today?
I am well. Thank you so much for having me.
I'm
I
so
love the hat.
Thank you. I'm sure you have a lot to say about this hat. I can't wait. I can't wait till you say. This is a gift from my friend Rachel and my sister friend Rachel, who has been very instrumental in my life throughout the years. And so I'm gonna shout out her today. But if y'all are watching today with my colorful hat, please go ahead and share. Our title today is Remember Your Dominion. And before we dive into the topic today, I want Apostle Kim to go ahead and share exactly who she is and all the amazing things that she does. Okay. I think we're related somehow.
Absolutely.
But
Several ways.
go ahead, girl. Introduce yourself.
Hi there. I am Apostle Dr. Kimberly McClinton. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother of 12. Um, God has allowed us to lead a ministry, Life in Christ Family Worship Center International. I am the chancellor of our own Bible college, Pure Life Bible Institute, and an entrepreneur, an author. I do a lot of things.
A
And
realtor, a loan
yeah,
broker, an investor. Come on. We wear the
oh,
many hats of all those things. Okay. Several streams of income,
yes,
right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You
Such a
have to have
blessing. Yeah, such a blessing to hear all the wonderful things that you're doing. So let's dive into the topic a little bit. I know you have a special event coming up, but before we talk about that, we entitled this Remember Dominion. And
Mhm.
I know your conference is called She Remembered Her Dominion. And so I was thinking about that. It is a women's conference. So I want to talk about just the colorful ways. Oh, Lord Jesus. The colorful ways
My
of
God.
women.
Yeah,
Okay. Let's just, first of all, it's a privilege to be a woman, right?
it
But
is.
just give us your take on just colorful women.
So I believe God, just like the snowflakes are all different, our fingerprints are all different. Nothing is the same. And so he made us with different emphasis or different talents and gifts to, yes, beautify the world, right? Our flowers, even if you, I never forget like driving down the highway, if you're going down south and you see those flowers that pop up, especially in the spring and summer, there are different array of colors and nobody has tended to them but God.
Mm.
That's how women are. And
Thank
I
you,
believe
Lord.
that he has honored us enough to be colorful, to be different, to be expressive. And all of our expressive ways have been forms of worship, right? He's
Wow.
put in different things in us so that we can give him glory by what he did put in us. And so he tends to us, and I'm ever so grateful for that. But yes, we can be colorful in our ways, our shapes, our size, our colors, even the different things that we like in patterns, right? And he beautifies the earth with us.
Yes. Well, he also beautifies the earth with us with all our different personalities as
Absolutely.
well. I wanted to just dive in about dominion, and I know that you have walked alongside our family through some very difficult times. You and that Deborah Anthony, and just the sisterhood that you guys have, and how she really, you have been a blessing to her. And I was thinking about this, how life circumstances comes to knock the wind out of you, to make you forget your dominion that
Yeah.
God has given us.
Yeah.
And so how can we begin to remember our dominion in the face of the struggle, in the face of adversity, in the face of when there's not enough money in the bank, or your children are going wayward, or even, and not even wayward, sometimes it's just then your grown children, you're just not getting along with them. Just I can just go down the list of things, that the dynamics that can happen throughout life, and you just like, where's the why? You forget about the why you have dominion, and that you actually have it.
Yeah. Yeah. I believe that dominion is something that we have to employ.
Hmm.
And what I mean by employing it, we have to work it, right? We have to speak it. And so a lot of times we don't remember the fact that, you know what, I've experienced this situation before, maybe in a different form, but there was challenges, especially I remember when we first got married, Lord of mercy, we didn't have money. you
Mm.
know, and God delivered us and brought us through, because 37 years later, we're still here. We're prospering. We're in different places. We've grown from where we were. And sometimes we forget when we're going through our go throughs that, man, God has brought me through before. He will certainly bring me through again. And so it causes us to have this, calm down in our expressiveness and
Yeah.
just remember, if he did it before, he'll do it again. And it's not just a saying, but it's something that I actually employ in my life.
Mm. So do you feel like you have to master it in order to employ it?
That's a very, very good question. I don't know that we ever master it. I think we have to keep remembering that we have it. Why? Because we give so much room for the enemy to play in our minefields.
That's true. That's
It's almost like we forget that God is bigger than the enemy, right? And I
true.
think culture has taught us that. Culture has taught us, man, you just submit to this and you do it this way, or you supposed to react this way. And when God says, no, I already given you a different plan. If we remember the words of the Lord, and so many times we feel like he already said, hey, I'm telling you, you're going to go through some tests, you're going to go through trials, but be of good cheer. That's a disposition that we have to be in. Be
Yeah.
of good cheer, for I have already overcome them. And
Mm.
so if we forget that he already told us, listen, this is what I'm giving you permission and authority to do, just be in good cheer despite the issues.
Mm.
And so that's how we begin to employ the word, by working it. It has to operate in us for us to actually have dominion. And every step, you know how they would say, every level new devils, right?
Right. Right.
The higher you go, the more issues you're going to face, but you got to employ the same thing. I think one of the, and I teach this all the time, we don't ever recognize that the learnings that we got in kindergarten, we're still using today,
Mm.
because it became a part of our lives.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we remember the word and remember that in
Yeah.
the beginning, in the garden when we were created, he gave us dominion.
Yeah.
I can employ that in my life because he never took it away.
Wow. Wow. That's something. I didn't think about that. And I guess we just take it for granted. We begin to take it for granted, so we forget that we had to learn phonics in kindergarten and first grade, and learn mathematics and multiplication. And
Yes.
so just going back to remember, I was thinking about something when you said employ dominion, because I'm not afraid, and I think this is so funny. I'm not afraid of opening and closing salons, because I've done it so many times. I did it before, I could do it again. If I close this one today,
Yeah.
with me and Ebony, I know that it's not no big deal to open, because it's not heartache. The
Right.
first one was probably a little heartache, but the second one, it got a little easier. The third one, and it's like it was the same test, just the same trial, just a different test
Yeah.
and different circumstances. So I think that's so important for us to remember that. And I know that you and your husband have also imparted to so many married couples and spoke and done written marriage books and different things like that. I know that women are going through so much in marriage right now, and I'm gonna say
Mhm.
women because I can't speak to the man, right? I know men are going through. We counsel men too, but that's the women taking dominion, the authority that you have. Let's talk about that a little bit, and then I want to speak to the whole woman, but I want to speak to married women first. If you could just encourage them on this journey.
Yeah. So one of the things that we have to understand is our position. God ordained the position of a wife to be a helpmeet, saying that it was not good for man to be alone. So if it's not good for him to be alone and he brings along a wife, we have to be that good thing. And that good thing fills empty spaces and places in that man's life. Not that he isn't whole and not that she isn't whole, but we have a responsibility in the relationship. A lot of times it is to be that prayer warrior that will stand in the gap and not just complain to God about the man you gave me, but literally to strategically and governmentally pray that we would begin to navigate difficult waters so that his eyes may be open. The enemy may have blinded his eyes that he can't see how we're going to get past this level. But you, as a woman of God who is strategic and can pray, right? The Proverbs 31 woman, a lot of times people just look at her and like, oh, I'm just going to be a Proverbs 31 woman. And they never read the chapter to understand what all she did. Right. So they thinking they're going to sit back, nails done,
That's the
feet
truth.
crossed. Listen,
That's true.
and she
That's
did
true.
so much.
Yeah.
She did so much that she was able to be called blessed by her husband and even by her children. Her household was taken care of. And a lot of us feel like, I shouldn't be doing this. He should be taking care of me. But go back and read the description.
Yes, I do agree with that so wholeheartedly. One, because I don't like when people say, "You're so busy." No, I just have many assignments in the earth,
Come on.
and I'm a wise woman that's building her house. You know what
Come
I mean? And where I see lack, I just don't let it just, oh well, I'm gonna just let him figure it out. No, we're gonna work on this together. And if the Lord gives us wisdom, I love that because I feel like when you mention the word government, it's like there's so much dominion in government. God has
Yes.
given us the government to of our households to
Mhm.
take dominion and not to
Absolutely.
lord over our husbands, but to lord over the things He's given us. Well,
Absolutely.
that right there, I think, and I think we get. I don't want to call it jelly back, but we like get weak at the knees or something. And it's like we forget. And I say this carefully, Kim, because one of the things I think about is I haven't walked through many of the trials that people walk through.
Mhm.
And I don't ever want to minimize
Yeah.
or take it lightly, the
Mhm.
storms that people have walked through. Because
Mhm.
it's real easy for people to say, I don't know why you just want to pull up your bootstraps and go. Take dominion and authority when you've never walked in my shoes.
Mhm.
So how
Mhm.
would you speak to that? People that sit back along the wayside. Yes, we need to take a dominion and authority, but I'm gonna pray with you. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna let you speak to that because sometimes it could come off judgmental.
Mhm. Mhm. So I think there's a grace that we definitely have to walk into because we don't just automatically arrive.
Right.
Right? When we go through schooling or we're going into a certain expertise, we have to learn through it, right? We learn through the textbooks, yet we learn through the experiences. When I became a realtor or a loan officer, I had to take the textbook, schooling, and then I had to take the test of that, but nothing prepared me for the real life action. I
Yeah.
knew the fundamentals of it. And so a lot of times, even in our marriages, we learned the fundamentals of, what were we taught? And like I got married in 1986. So you got to learn how to cook. You got to learn how to clean. You got to keep your kids clean. You keep your house clean. Then you keep your man right. Right. And then we got other wives' tales. But how does that measure up with the word of God? Right. And so for somebody that is going through hardship, listen, um, I, those that do go through. And I think, one of the key words right now is collaboration.
Mm,
Um, but
it
I
is.
believe it's so key because what you may not have experienced, so I have, and if
Yes.
we collaborate and say, you know what, together we're going to endure this and we're going to walk through it with you so that
Yeah.
you're not alone. You don't have to be alone in this journey. And I think generations prior, they were called the silent generation, and they were silent to what they endured. Why? Because God is a deliverer, God is a healer, but I ain't never been through nothing. Huh?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Then how can you testify of that? Listen, I've been through storms and rains. I've been through being married 20 years and divorce. And then God put me back with the man that I was like, huh? I had already been down that road. How do I do
Wow.
this? But
Yeah.
then when I realized I'm walking the scripture, the scriptures are becoming alive in me. I'm a living epistle of this example that he established in Matthew
Yeah.
that Jesus said. So when we collaborate together, we can help those who may have gone through, and we can show them an example of this is how you can take dominion in that situation. This is how you pray through it. This is how you labor with it. And you labor with one another. We're supposed to be helpers to one another, but a lot of times we leave each other alone.
We do. We do. And we don't want to touch it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Please.
Yeah,
That's a problem. That's a
that is.
problem. That's a problem.
Well, look, we got something that we're gonna touch though. Okay. So the bottom line is that you are not alone. We want you to remember your dominion. And because of that, Apostle Kim is gathering the women globally, okay, to
Yeah.
say, hey, she remembered her dominion. And
Mhm.
that's the upcoming women's conference. So tell us a little bit about that. I'm excited about it because you don't have to walk alone. It's a whole couple days of collaborating and
Mhm.
being refueled and restored and remembering your authority and your dominion. So Apostle Kim, tell us a little bit about that, and I'll share the flyer while you're talking.
So I was reading the scripture a couple of years ago in regards to the daughters of Manasseh, which is found in Numbers, the 36th chapter. And they were the children of Israel. They were getting, the various ones were being handed out their lands and where they would be going and everything. And the daughters of Manasseh are sitting around here looking like, what am I, chopped liver? What's going on here? Their fathers and their husbands and their sons, they had all died off, and it was only women left, and it was 5 of them. And they went to their leader, they went to Moses and said, hey, why are they getting everything and we're being left out?
Mm,
They said, we have a right. Even though our husbands are gone, our fathers are gone, it doesn't leave us powerless and without strength. And
mm,
so we believe that there's a share that we're supposed to have as well. And Moses didn't reject them. He went to God on their
mm.
behalf. And he said, Father, these women have come to me and they're asking for their land. They're saying that they're supposed to have a portion in this. They're saying that they're supposed to have activity in businesses, and they're supposed to build culture, and they're supposed to have this farmland, and they're going to build a community, a nation of these daughters. We're not used to this. What do you say about it? And the Lord told him they're right. Give them their portion.
Wow.
Give them their portion. So many
Yes.
times
Oh,
I
I
think
receive.
even in this generation of the culture of the world nowadays, there's a movement of women who are rising up out of the ashes, and they're going forth, and they don't care what nobody say. They don't care what nobody do. And oftentimes you see them later sitting on the side of the road, crashed and burned. Why?
Mm,
Because they did it out of order.
mm, mm.
There was still an order in which we have to operate. And so they went to their leader and they asked for the permission. He went to God. It compelled, come on. Some of us have to be able to go to our husband,
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
on, and speak to them in a way where he'll go to God.
Yes. 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 Yes.
People can go to God and God will give him the answer, and then he'll give us the permission. See, even before I did the convocation, I went to my husband and I said, is this okay that I do? And
That's
he
good.
went to God and gave me permit, came back and said, it's okay, do it. Go for it. I support you. Here's
Yeah.
the portion, go with it. And
Yeah.
so because of that, now I believe that we're going to be able to speak to women who may be building businesses, but maybe building it out of hurt. Because I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove who I am
Mhm.
to you. That's not the way to do it, sis, because we're going to crash and burn doing it
Yeah.
like that. Because
Yeah.
that's going to run out, right? We are creatures, as we say, we're very, very different. But we're creatures that kind of, we're reactors oftentimes.
Yes, we are. Responders too.
Come on. We're going to respond. If you tell us we're not going, we're going to do everything we can to do.
Do it. Yeah. That's very true.
If someone has defeated us,
Yes.
once we pick ourselves up, we're gonna, I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
Yeah.
That's not the attitude God wants us to have. Why? Because it's not pure.
Yeah.
He can't use us in that. And so in this convocation for women, I'm saying come with your business ideas, come with your concept, come with your baggage, and come with your brokenness. First and foremost, Pastor Shauna is going to deal with our brokenness and getting deliverance.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we cannot go into businesses, ministries, even really dealing with our families, and we still jacked up.
Yeah. Facts.
We got to get our deliverance.
Come on.
And once
We'll reproduce
come on.
our brokenness.
Yes, we will. Because
Yeah.
we'll teach, and this is handed down. We see it evident now. What's handed down, what one woman experienced, she hands it down to her daughter. Don't you let them do this and that and the other thing. One of the things that I did with my daughter, when I was younger, I had a voice and I could sing in an adult choir at 10 years old and hold my ground, as well as lead songs. And some of the older women was like, this little girl ain't finna come in here and take my song. This little girl ain't finna come in here and take my opportunity. And so sometimes you would feel suppressed,
Yes.
right? And so what I did with my daughter is I'm protecting her from everybody. Oh, so you gonna sing. Oh, you gonna get that mic. You gonna sing, and ain't nobody gonna stop you. And
Yes.
anybody try to stop you, mama's coming
Yes.
through. And so I built something in her, although, and I thank God that didn't end up being tainted, but I had to pray that through. But it was in my brokenness and in my hurt that I'm like, oh, you want to go where you want to go? Oh, mama gonna make sure you get there.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I had to take a step back off of that, and it's God that promotes. It's God that gives the opportunity. Now, yes, I can protect in that because I believe that we should protect certain entities and certain gifts, but we're not going to do it by our own strength and power.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
That's
Because
not
that can be a
pure.
double-edged sword. I hear that on both ends. I do.
Mhm.
I do. That is really powerful. Well, you have a great lineup. Thank you for sharing that. The Women of Manasseh. I'm gonna go back and read. Like sometimes you read and you forget, but I forgot about that. And so go back and read and but don't just go back and read, y'all. Come hang out with us. Okay. I'm gonna be there. I can't wait to be there. It's gonna be exciting. She remembered her Dominion 2023 Global Convocation. It is March the 2nd through the 4th, you guys. Take off work. Come and look at this dynamic lineup that she has, Apostle Kimberly has. It's going to be so anointed. My two sisters are there, Deborah Anthony and Shauna Neal, and one of my mentors, Dr. Renee Allison, and so many more. There's your baby girl, Psalmist Rain, and Apostle Rain, and all of the dynamics. I mean, it's just going to be, oh, wow. I didn't even know you were having her. Okay, you got to look. Y'all better not miss out, okay? March 2nd through the 4th at the DoubleTree Conference and Convention Center in Downers Grove, Illinois.
Yes.
You don't want to miss out. Now, how much is the registration?
So registration right now is $125, but that's 2 full days 2.5 but 2 full days, Thursday morning starting at 10 a.m. Through Saturday afternoon. It's going to be a power-packed time. A lot of people was like, you got a lot of speakers on there, but we got a lot of like general sessions and then breakout sessions to kind of deal with every aspect. Because I believe that in order for us to truly be representatives of the Lord in the earth, we have to be whole naturally and spiritually.
Yes.
So you're going to get the spiritual aspects for sure. We're we're going to pray, we're going to have deliverance, we're going to sing, we're going to worship, but we're going to deal with just sister girl stuff. If you don't handle your relationships right, you're going to be jacked up.
Yes, yes,
If
yes.
you don't handle your sisterhoods, if we don't do what Jesus said when there is conflict, because there will be conflict, right? But if we don't handle it properly, how are we restoring anything?
Come on through.
How are we dealing with money? Because we make money a god instead of a tool.
Yes.
How are we dealing with our businesses? Are we taking care of our taxes? Or are we trying to cheat the government? Jesus paid his taxes.
Yes.
And then
yes.
he paid it for his disciples as well. So we got to be able to handle it right. And I believe in ministering to the whole man, naturally and spiritually, so that you can have impact in the earth. Otherwise, I saw a post last night and it grieved my heart about how the church was just no good. It just threw it all away. And I believe in bringing the realness back to it.
Yeah. Ooh, it's going to be good, you guys. Can people come and not have to stay overnight?
Yes, you don't have to stay at the hotel. You can come register for the event and come. Hotel registration is separate. It's a separate piece. So if you want to drive back and forth, that's fine. And actually, we're going to open up the night sessions for free for everyone to come.
That's wonderful. Well, you guys go to www.srhdconvocation.com. Follow Apostle Kimberly McClinton. Go and register today. Ladies, go and register. I will meet you there. I did know that you had vendor opportunities available for those of you all who want to come and sell your product. I'll be one of the vendors. I was thinking about what you was talking about. Mending relationships. That's why I wrote that book, Relationships Driving Me Crazy.
Yes.
But God's love heals, because I remember my dominion. Yes, yes, yes. So you guys do not forget to come out and hang out with us at She Remembered Her Dominion Global Convocation, March 2nd through the 4th. Can't wait. Only $125. That is a bargain beyond measure, you guys. And you want to not only support, but if you can't make it, how about you sow into the ministry? Where can people sow into the ministry, Apostle Kim?
All right. You can sow via Cash App at $LICFWC.
Okay.
That'll be the best way.
$LICFWC.
Yes.
Or go to licfwc.org, and that way you can also get more information on where to sow. Well, this has been so good. I think we could go on and on, but I think we have said enough for the morning, because we are going to go get ready for the She Remembered Her Dominion Women's Conference coming up very soon. You guys go register today. Okay. Any last words, Apostle Kim?
And I just thank you, sis, for having me on and for loving on me enough to be able to share this opportunity with these women. Listen, we need to pull it together. We've been hiding out. We've been in our homes, and it's time for us to come on out, share with one another. You never know. You may minister to somebody in the hallway, and she may remember her dominion because of your share.
Yes.
More is effective, right? And we're helpers to one another. Again, I'll repeat that. We're helpers to one another. And let's be in our right place at the right time with the right people doing the right thing. I love you. Thank
Love
you.
you too. Thank you. All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you. Go register. Have a great day, everybody.